What's up, suckers? This is gonna be a happy and sad post. Happy because the reason I haven't been able to film is I've been job hunting and getting back into school. So right now I'm playing on hard mode by doing 4 things at once. Don't do that. Sad post because the majority of the succulents that I have had are now dead. It's not failure on me to water, it's the failure on the apartment complex to store the most amount of heat that it possibly can. So now I'm moving everything inside my garage out of the sun. There's a window right here, which is where the natural light will come from, and then I'll just help be diligent about the rest of it. This guy, however, during the transition decided to explode on me. So if you go back, I don't know, a year and a half ago, maybe 2 years, you'll see that it was actually quite small. He is still showing signs of damage, unfortunately. There is a hollow point here. Luckily, though, these guys are very hardy, as you can tell. He's just been growing past it. He said, I don't care, I've been injured, I don't care, I've been sunburnt, I don't care. I'm just gonna keep growing. So I am going to repot him today, but I'm gonna keep him in his main soil pocket. That way I don't kill it. Because if he's already this resilient, why change his tactic? I've got a couple other plants that are actually, you can barely make them out behind me, but they're back there. And I'm gonna start repotting those. Surprise, to my surprise, my white spine aloe is doing quite fine. There's a few dead leaves in there. I've already plucked out a lot of the other ones and I've pulled off this guy. So I'm hoping just repotting and then reinvigorating that soil, he'll do fine. Unfortunately, my red spine, not so much. I tried. I also have a bunch of ogres in my garage that enjoy climbing inside my pots, and that was kind of what happened here. Is I had him on a high shelf, and the you know who you are got to it. So I'm gonna start rotating and seeing what I can save, what I can't. I knew this day would come, but everything else is showing great signs of healing. They were also chewed on, and since then I'm still getting a bunch of new growth, so I'm not stressed out about it. But if you have a bunch of these around, watch out. They eat your stuff. They'll eat your plants. I'm also going through and trying to figure out what is and what is not salvageable. This guy I'm not going to touch with my bare hands. I made the mistake of doing that once, and the amount of splinters I came away with, I ended up with a whole bloody finger because of how bad it was. So I'm just gonna start dumping what's dead, salvaging what's alive, and then maybe repotting what I have duplicates of. Some of them are very confusing, so if you have some that look like this, if it's not green, throw it away. Just trust me on that. Sometimes it's easier that way. I'm also trying to reduce the amount of plastic I'm using and going for pots that might store a little bit more water. That way, I was gonna say if it rains. That's a blooper right there. Alrighty, well, I'm gonna start with my good aloes. I'm gonna start with this guy actually. He needs to go into a bigger pot. I do have a wider set. I don't want him in a deeper set, so I'm gonna start there. And then after this, I am going to actually water today. Some of these guys definitely could just use for water. So dumping old soil at the bottom, and then I'm gonna put brand new soil at the top. Also pay attention if you put rocks in these, that the rocks go to the bottom or they go to another pot. Luckily for me, this one has a hole at the bottom, so I'm not worried about it. My bag of soil, I made sure did not get pooped in. These guys are, I was trying to grow tomatoes and strawberries and such, and then I ended up figuring out that that's where they've been pooping. So no tomatoes, no strawberries. So if you have plants, I'd say watch out and maybe cover. Find cat-proof items that they can't just break into. I'm gonna pull out some dead leaves. This guy actually looks really, really healthy, otherwise being dehydrated. Lucky for me, it's quite green and just needs a little bit of reinvigorating, like that. New soil on top. I remembered my glove. My goodness. That's moss. Maybe I can rehydrate that too. Okay. There we go. I'm still using my succulent rocky fruit mixture in hopes that I can save these guys. Okay, that's one. Two, where did I put you? I think he just needs... The pot itself is fine because it hasn't widened out anymore. I just need to do the soil. So that's what I'm going to do for this guy. Other than that, his roots still look really good and he looks very, very bright on the bottom. Oh, actually, that might work better just to give it a chance. Yep, that's what I'll do. JK, don't listen to me. I do need to absolutely. Oops. Oh, hello, spider. Don't be afraid of spiders. They're actually really good for your garden. They keep out mites and bugs and such. Just try not to bury the spiders because then they won't. They won't defend your garden. They'll come back and exact their revenge. Okay. I'm trying here. Okay, give it a chance. A little bit smaller pot. Still need to bury all of the roots. Don't forget to bury all of the roots. Go all the way around, even if you get a little bit dirty and sweaty. Well, yeah. Gremlins are going crazy. Okay. Next, I have a slight problem. Okay, so on top of brown, dead, the main shoot is actually sticking out. So that's telling me that this is probably actually taller than the pot, or whatever item it's sitting on is pushing it up. So I'm gonna find out what that is. Yep, I knew it. Look at that long boy. Wow, so tall. Definitely taller than the pot. So I need to put him in something tall. I'm also gonna pull up these dead pieces while we're here. And now that I have a job, I'm going to try and go out and buy some weather resistant succulents. Cactuses, totally fine. I've only had one that officially has like shown me it doesn't like the sun. It's still alive. I just need to figure out how to get it to not be so angry at me. All right, done. Clean. Look at that. A little bit of sunburn at the tip. It's already capped it off. I'll just take it off. Let's see. What pot is tall enough for you that it's not going to put you into shock? Ooh. Cactus for a cactus? Don't you poop in that. I would be so angry. Oh ho ho. You all think you own my stuff. I think not. I personally think not. I am going to lift that plant another inch off the bottom. That way the roots can kind of take hold. Ta-da! Oh, it just needs water. Dude, it's so hot. It's ridiculous. Right now it's only 86 outside, but it's like a non-windy, dry 86. And I'm not happy. Oh shoot, this would be like a 10-minute video. Sorry guys. I'd say that's it for all, but for now, but I do have a lot more to go. Maybe I'll make another video and I'll just post it tomorrow. How's that sound? Or next week, make you wait for a part 2. Nah, it's the weekend. It's a holiday weekend. See you tomorrow. Peace out, suckers.